Yes, hello. Welcome to the ASMR Sleep Institute. My name is Dr. Anderson, and I will be administrating this particular session. I would appreciate it if all of you would take your seats in your relaxation chairs. Wonderful. Please recline your chairs back. Yes, the white noise machine is switched on. I have it on the lowest setting so that you can hear me. And it's important that you hear my voice because this is the negative reinforcement class. That's right. Yes. Now, before we get started with this negative reinforcement class, before we begin this session, is there anyone who would like to leave? If you do, feel free to do so. Again, this is the negative reinforcement class. I will basically be hurling horrific insults at all of you. So, would anyone like to leave? Really? No one? Okay. Let's get started. Your parents do not love you. You were either an accident or a mistake. And if you were a mistake, that means at one point in time, they did love you. They wanted children. You came along. They were happy. But as you grew older, they realized they did not want you. The only reason why they have not told you the truth is because they know that one day they are going to be old and feeble, and they don't want you tossing them into a nursing home where they will either be ignored at best or abused at worst, so they pretend to love you. But it's very difficult for them to do so. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? My gosh, you are one ugly human being. Seriously. Even if you had $100 million and access to the greatest plastic surgeons in the world, even they really couldn't do much to help you. You are gonna die old, alone, and forgotten. Best to just accept that fact now. There's nothing you can do about it. Maybe if you were better looking, you could attract a spouse. And for those of you who already have a spouse, yes, your fears are true. Your spouse is absolutely cheating on you. I mean, once again, have you seen yourself in the mirror? Why would they not cheat on you? Quite frankly, you're lucky to have anyone who even spends a minute of their precious life stopping to talk to you, let alone live in the same house or apartment with you. The only reason why your spouse doesn't leave you is because they don't want to move back into a studio apartment in the ghetto section of town. The only reason why you have a job is because your boss is so sad and pathetic, he wants to sleep with you. It doesn't even matter if you're both the same gender. Flesh is flesh. Your ancestors are very disappointed in you. Your as of yet unborn descendants are really hoping that you always use a condom. If you were trapped in a Resident Evil game, all of the zombies would run away from you. Every time you walk down the street and homeless people look at you, they feel sorry for you and they try to give you money because you need it a hell of a lot more than they do. The only reason why your dog or cat stays with you is because they have a soft bed and you feed them. That's literally the only reason. When you die, your cat will devour your flesh when it gets hungry enough. You're so sad and pathetic that no one will find your rotting, decayed body for several weeks because no one is going to care enough about you to check up on you until you start to stink, and then the neighbors will call the cops. Maybe if you weren't such a loser, you could actually save up enough money and get a decent car instead of that sad, worthless hoopty that you keep driving, which always ends up in the mechanic's garage. The local bartender intentionally waters down your drinks because you're too stupid to tell the difference. The only reason why your friends hang around you is because they look better by comparison. The last time a police officer pulled you over, he let you go without even giving you a warning or a ticket because your life is so miserable as it is. He just didn't feel a need to add to it. When the paternity test came back, the baby was hoping that Maury would say, "You are not the father," not even close. Maybe if you learned how to cook and clean and do laundry, you might be able to attract at least a brain-damaged man who could overlook literally all of your other horrible shortcomings. No, that dress does not make you look fat. Your Your fat gut makes every single article of clothing you wear. It makes the clothing look bad. You could stand to lose 3 pounds from the neck up. Someone once described you as a number 2. They did not mean on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of attractiveness. You are definitely a number 2 in every way that counts, and even in the ways that don't. The last time you tried to help an old lady cross the street, she threw down her walker and ran away screaming at 90 miles an hour. Your last date only went out with you in order to get a free meal. As a man, you are so pathetically tiny that there's not a single woman on the face of this planet who could work with that. Seriously, what the hell are they supposed to do with that tiny thing? They need a microscope to see it. As a woman, your backside is so flat that no man would ever want to tap that. There would be several men who would want to smack that, and by that I mean your face. Little children don't even bother making fun of you because you're so horrendously ugly. They can't come up with a single insult that would even remotely come close to describing your ugliness. The only reason why that serial killer let you live and demanded that you get out of his car is because he didn't get a good look at your face before you stepped in. The only reason why the local movie theater allows you to walk inside is because it's creature feature night, and they mistook you for one of the attractions. All right. All of you ugly, horrendous, disgusting people, get the hell out. No, seriously, that's the end of the session. Get the hell out. Goodness gracious, I can't stand looking at you anymore. Seriously.